Hey guys, welcome. Bringing you a general reading for the collective of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Happy first day of spring or autumn if you're down under. So I am shifting up the order. If you want to check where your reading will come up in this series of readings, there is a little bit of a note below in the description box. I'm just doing it by element. Fire, earth, air, water, so I can zhuzh up the algorithms a little bit. You know, they tend to get stale, and so I have to kind of wake them up. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so let me just dive is what I meant to say, right into the Oracle. I pulled from Soul Coaching Oracle by Denise Lynn. Your first card is perfect for the equinox, especially the moving from Pisces into Aries. You get the energy card. Healing energy and immense vitality flow through me easily and effortlessly. Yes, there it is. So this Taurus is talking about your body, spirit, and life force wanes whenever you hold back and repress what you feel. Like when you try to please other people, when you deny yourself anything in favor of what the other wants, when you strive to meet the expectations of others, that's when your energy wanes. That's when your life force energy sort of takes a hit. And this is basically saying allow your emotions and needs the freedom to be expressed, right? And when you do that, your energy will expand. The second card you get is adventure. Wonderful new experiences fill my life. If your life seems a little uninspired lately or stagnant maybe toward the end of we are in a whole new astrological cycle. And Pisces can be kind of amorphous, right? It's kind of all absence of form. And Aries is total form. So, you know, if you've been feeling uninspired, a little stagnant, be willing to take risks and try something new. You'll have a safety net there with Aries in that regard. And following right on the heels of that, you get beginnings. I cherish all the cycles in my life. Life does go in cycles. We just wrapped up a cycle and we're beginning a new one. A new cycle awaits you. So stop clinging to a cycle that needs to end, is essentially the message of that card. So I love the adventure and the beginnings. The energy is representing the shift into this new season, Aries season. And you know, your sign, Taurus, you are the gardener of the zodiac. You are the Seven of Pentacles. And so as a result, you know, and your birthday even falls in spring. So I'm feeling a lot of this energy, even though I'm feeling the fire of it all. This one here is totally Taurian. So get your hands in the earth, Taurus. Plant something, buy a plant, transplant a plant, repot a plant. Do something with your hands in the earth and your face in the sun. And I think you'll get all that stagnant energy zhuzhed up. Okay, here we go. That's my word. That's my word this weekend. Zhuzh. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite words. Okay, we're looking at your connection, Taurus. Whoa, and we start with the devil. We've got some old patterns, old habits, maybe some karmic shiz that needs to go, but we're showing up in that energy. What is crossing us? Yes, Three of Cups. Two's company, three's a crowd here. This can also be, the Three of Cups can also be a card of reconciliation, coming back together, a joyful celebration. And because it's the challenge here, there may be old patterns, old energies, maybe some toxicity, maybe some obsessive adjacent energy or karmic energy attached to it that's making this reconciliation difficult to bring about. Underneath the Magician, but you're the manifester right now, right here. I love this because underneath the Magician is basically, it's outside of your conscious awareness. So you're drawing off it in your psyche. You know you have all the tools at your disposal to bring about that which you desire. And I love that it's in this position because it's like it's percolating. It's percolating, Taurus. I love that. You could be here as a cross watcher. Welcome. That's fine. Sometimes I'm talking directly to a cross watcher. In the past, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, you focused on this stuff. You've done the work. You've tried to come up with every conceivable creative solution to a problem. You've put a lot of hard work in, and here is the star. You know, this is the payoff. The star to me is always that symbol of a wish granted or keeping hope alive, right? The hope and the trust and the faith that spirit, the universe has your back and that the wish will be granted. It doesn't feel like healing energy just yet, but it could be because we have the Devil and the 3 of Cups. Going forward, Ace of Pentacles, new beginning. Wow. Yeah, I feel that you're manifesting this new beginning, that this... You're either manifesting a reconciliation here, like overcoming that devil energy. You know, the devil, right on this card in this deck, it says desire, obsession, fear, and shadow. And it is a fear card. But it can also be very karmic in nature, meaning it can be like let me just say it this way. The ego is not your friend. The ego wants to keep you safe by preventing growth and change, because growth and change can be threatening to the ego structure, right? So the ego says, I know best. What does the soul say? This is ego. This is ego. So I feel like a lot of our fears come from ego saying, no, 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 danger, Will Robinson. You don't want to go in this new direction. You want to stay right where you are, where you're safe and you know what to expect. But as a soul, if you're here as a soul having a human experience, you want to kind of overcome the boundaries, you know, not the boundaries, the constraints of the ego. And that is what I'm feeling from this particular devil card. So I love that I see the Ace of Pentacles going forward, because in the near future, I see new beginnings. I see potential for up-leveling and a wish granted here. 5 of Cups is the message from Spirit. So we're going to look at the mistakes of the past, the regrets of the past, the sense of loss and grief, and what Spirit has to say about that, and the hidden energies, the world. Yes, endings and new beginnings. There it is. Closing out old cycles, beginning a new cycle, and the freedom that comes with that completion. In your hopes and or fears, judgment. This is a card of reconciliation, forgiveness, second chances, redemption even. So I'm feeling the 3 of Cups a little bit with regard to reconciliation. And going forward, yeah, Knight of Swords. Normally, I feel the Knight of Swords is an energy of like a sense of urgency to clear the air about something, to either express a truth or to reveal a truth. Knights make offers, so it's an offer of something from a higher realm. But the Knight of Swords can be anger and conflict, right? So we'll see. I'm going to reserve my judgment till the clarifiers come. Underneath is the Death card, change and transformation. That was in the morning musing for those of you who are in the channel membership. That card played a prominent role. So let's see. Devil. I'm going to do the Devil and the 3 of Cups separately. I don't always separate them, but I want to be sure I don't miss an important message. All right, so let's do the Devil. Wow. Tower, Sun, 3 of Pentacles. Let me do the 3 of Cups, please. challenge here. Four of Swords, Page of Swords, Ace of Wands underneath. Yeah, this is interesting, Taurus. Because what's coming through is that you weren't on the same page. Three of Pentacles underneath. You weren't on the same page if we have the Devil in the Tower. And there's the Sun. And it's almost as if to say, like, I knew I couldn't be happy until all this crap just kind of fell apart. Like, the Tower is on the Devil. The Devil is the problem. The Tower is the clearing of it. And then the Sun comes out, and underneath is this Three of Pentacles. So I have a feeling that you didn't have the cooperation, or you two were not on the same page. It was something being held in reserve in your unconscious energy, but you didn't have it. The reason why I'm saying that is because I'm seeing the Three of Cups with a healing card, healing from possible third party with that Page of Wands, player energy, and the Ace of Wands underneath, right? Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, as Freud was wont to say, and I'm sort of feeling like the passion was there, but maybe it was spread too thin. By your divine counterpart, that's for you to decide. I'm certainly not casting aspersions over anyone. I'm just saying that if this is your storyline, you're nodding your head right now, right? This isn't me targeting anybody. I just feel that there might have been some interference in this connection. The Three of Cups doesn't have to be a person. It can be ego, which we have in the Devil. It can be addiction, which we have in the Devil. It can be, right, obsession, which we have in the Devil. It can be manipulation, which we have in the Devil. It can be distance, work obligations, parental obligations, right? Meddlesome family members and friends. I want you to understand very clearly that Three of Cups is for you to decide if there is a third energy that has been stirring shit in this connection. And there's some healing from that, because I feel there was a lot of passion there, but it was very fleeting for somebody. It was a means to an end for somebody. And that's what's being healed at this moment. But that it's the Devil that brought the Tower in, because you couldn't live with that anymore if you were truly going to be happy, and you didn't have the cooperation that you thought you had, or that you fully were on board with. It's like you were already ready to kind of say, you, me, spirit, we're working on this. We're taking things to the next level. But somebody had their own agenda. So now we have the Magician. So that's how that's present energy and the challenge to it. Let's see what the Magician has to say. Wow. I feel, in essence, that the Magician is kind of coming through reversed. There's a conflict here involving a divine masculine energy that feels to me like the Magician feels disempowered from the conflict. So you could be the coming through, over here as the Emperor, or it could be your person. Gender doesn't really matter, but it's causing a whole lot of confusion and overwhelm and mixed messages coming through. So at present, while you're aware of your manifestation, your gifts of manifestation, I think they're kind of feeling stifled by the conflict, either as the divine masculine or around a divine masculine. And therefore things aren't getting resolved on an emotional level. Eight of Pentacles in the past. I feel like you've been trying to work this through forever. Yeah. Well, it would have been nice if, right, you would have had some wish fulfillment here for all the effort you put into it, but I kind of feel like you had more questions and lots of apprehension. There are, you know, just hidden energies there on the other side that, especially if you're dealing with the devil energy, just hidden energies that you aren't aware of, makes it difficult to kind of get this sense of fulfillment. Like, wow, I worked hard at that and there's the payoff. You know, Nine of Cups, sometimes it's a sense of emotional contentment, content with oneself, content with what is going on around me. And I feel like that's what you were working toward. But yeah, you kind of had some clarity that I don't have all the answers. And the Queen of Swords is a little bit dispassionate, right? She sort of pulls back on the emotional stuff, and she's all about, let's get clear. So she's the truth seeker and the truth teller, and therefore I have a feeling in that energy you were aware that all that hard work wasn't exactly paying off. There was stuff that was hidden behind the scenes you were unaware of, couldn't see, or maybe, you know, had some apprehensions about. I'm feeling like some fears might have been triggered right there. So let's look at the star right now. This is what's crowning you, so it's conscious awareness. And it could be about healing here because we do have the Four of Swords. Let's look at the star. Oh, wow. You are like, I'm just feeling the energy of the star where you're saying, back me up, Spirit. I have not given up. I am still in the fight for this. I'm, you know, calling in some communication here from my beloved. Let them come to me with an open heart, right? Yeah, the Knight of Cups can be romance and all that. I'm not feeling that that's what you're after. I feel you're after some emotional vulnerability. Someone who just shares at the level of the heart and doesn't sort of obfuscate or pretend or try to seek control. You know, whether the Capricornian energy of the devil is yours or theirs doesn't even matter. I mean, at this point, I feel like there's been some there's been a lack of cooperation between the two of you. And I feel like when one person's in it, everything goes along smooth, but then the other person disengages. I'm feeling like there's been a back and forth. And here you are in the star energy saying, I haven't quit. I'm keeping hope alive. I trust the process and that Spirit has my back, that the communication, the open emotional communication will follow. Ace of Pentacles going forward. And that goes with the Death card too, because that would represent a change. Well, now we have the King of Cups underneath. Ace of Pentacles, High Priestess, Two of Swords, King of Cups. I feel this King of Cups is your person. I don't think it's you. I think it's your person. And I think their feelings are hidden. And this Two of Swords is really them reaching this crossroads moment. And knowing that they, you know, it's kind of now or never. They have to get some clarity around the decision that they have to make and how to proceed. And it's all around the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles representing commitment, an up-leveling of a connection, an offer, something stable, something grounded, something abundant. It is a beginning, a new beginnings thing, for sure, in 3D. But I feel it's not coming from you. I think it's coming towards you. And I think it's an energy that at this point, because the King of Cups underneath with the High Priestess suggests that somebody may be hiding their feelings, their true feelings. And they're trying to get, you know, that with that Two of Swords, they're of two minds right now. And they're trying to get clarity to sort of, and I'm feeling that the King of Cups is very likely the Emperor. So if the Emperor is you, then you're the King of Cups as well. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I don't know if you're here as a masculine or a feminine. I don't know whether you're here as the Taurian or the cross watcher. So I kind of have to give you both energetic interpretations. 5 of Cups, message from Spirit. Wow. I'm going to pull the World card first. Well, I'm getting this feeling that there's a third party scenario that I'm talking to that does involve people. And it isn't just distance or other obligations or ego. If you do not have a third party situation where there's another person involved, a third person, I'm not giving you new information. You would already know. You would already know. But this part of the reading is speaking strictly to that. Spirit's basically saying, right? What you had, you lost to third party. Because if you notice in most decks, not in this one, actually in this one. Okay, so this is a newer deck to me. She's holding a cup that's turned sideways and the liquid is falling out. And then there's 2 cups over here that are knocked over. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. But off to her, right behind her right shoulder are the 2 cups that are standing up. To me, the 2 cups that are standing up is the 2 of Cups. So look at the card and you can see she's got one cup spilt over and there are 2 cups right over here spilt over. But here's the 2 of Cups. So you and your divine counterpart are the 2 of Cups. The 3 of Cups is where the loss, the disappointment, right? There it is. That's the challenge to the devil. This sort of toxic karmic energy of a third party is what caused the grief and loss and sadness. And Spirit's saying, hang on. Be patient. With the wisdom of patience tells you, in time, all energies come into flow and balance. So I love that Temperance is here. And what's the next card out? 3 of Cups. Look at Temperance. What does Temperance have? 2 cups. There's the 3 of Cups. And underneath, Queen of Pentacles. And I think the Queen of Pentacles is you. I think the Taurian energy is right here in the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel it's like, the stability, the life partnership, that feminine archetype of home base, of nurturance, of a soft place to land. All right there. And Spirit's saying, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. What you feel has been lost has not been lost. And the reason why I say that is because in the hidden energies, I'm seeing endings with the world, and of course there are new beginnings, right? There's completion with the world. We complete a cycle, something ends, and something new begins. And the ending is with what I feel is the karmic partner, Queen of Wands. Somebody is getting, oh, hell yeah. Somebody's getting a lot of epiphanies right now, a lot of truth bombs coming in their way, and it's time for them to end that cycle and move to calmer waters. So this is what's going on behind the scenes. It is not your energy. It is the energy of someone else. Unless you're the one involved with a karmic partner, but that's not the norm of who watches my readings. I feel that whoever it is you're dealing with, whoever is the King of Cups Emperor, is the one who's seeing the light. They are seeing the light with that Ace of Swords. And that cycle is about to come to an end. And in your hopes and or fears, we have the Judgment card. Right? That's why you're keeping hope alive, that there's this conversation, this open emotional communication. You haven't given up. You're working on healing from the Three of Cups, where you feel like you were played. You thought this is really, truly the one. And you know, the Ace of Wands, that divine gift of inspired passion. But it turns out it was a page and you didn't get the buy-in, the cooperation. What you got was, you know, spirit moving it off your path. Because that's not what's going to make you happy, is to be in a third-party arrangement. No siree, Bob. So I feel like your manifestation gifts are there, but they're kind of all jammed up by confusion and conflict brought about by this Emperor, King of Cups. That's who I think I'm reading for. Of course, it can always come through reversed. I know. Judgment, Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles again, and the Lovers. I love the 2 8s. If you think about it numerologically, it's those last moments of, like, you know, because the 9 is sort of complete, like finishing up, and the 10 is it's done. So the 8 is like, oh my God, it's crunch time. Okay. And think of it just numerologically, and see Judgment as second chances, forgiveness, redemption, awakening. It is an assessment of the situation, accepting life on life's terms, and then answering the call, a higher call. And what do we get? We get, I don't know. Like, I'm really working at it. Like, how do I fine tune this? I'm not sure. I have doubt. What's my next best step? So I'm seeing the crunch time energy of the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. Very legit responses to this Judgment card. But underneath this, it's all a choice. If you want union of souls, it's a choice. You figure it out. You get out of your own way. You take the next best step forward, which is normally into your heart chakra, because, hello, puddle. Water in tarot is emotions. You cannot think your way through this, Taurus. You have to feel your way through it, or whoever you are. So I love that the 2 8s come out on Judgment, because it suggests you're super close, but that moment on any project where you're super close to success and completion, where you get in your own head, that's what I see happening here. Gosh. I remember it well. Okay. Knight of Swords. This is my curiosity. Knight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Empress, Two of Wands. Two of Wands came out in the morning musing, so I get it. I think the Nine of Swords did too. Lots of worry and the Nine of Swords to me is almost like when something is running on a loop in your head to such a degree that it interrupts the smooth flow of other cognitive processing. Meaning you can't focus on shit. You can't focus on your job. Like your kid will say to you 100 times, Mom, I need lunch money. And when they say it the 101st time, you're like, why didn't you tell me? Because you can't hear anything else going on, because your whole brain is consumed with this one thought. That's what I see happening here with the Divine Feminine. So the Knight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Divine Feminine of the Empress, and underneath is the Two of Wands. To me, the Two of Wands is choosing a path. I got a world of possibilities. What's my truth? I'm either going to get to say my piece, or this person's going to come in with, you know, some measure of an effort to clear the air, or they're not. And in the meantime, I'm like a stress monkey here. So I feel like I'm talking to a Divine Feminine who's trying to figure out what, you know, what path they need to be on. We have energy, adventure, beginnings. I see this new beginnings with the Ace of Pentacles and the High Priestess and the Two of Swords. But I feel the Two of Swords is coming from the King of Cups. And I feel almost as if, you know, all the eggs are in that basket of whether or not this person, you know, comes in with their truth. And that's why there's all this anxiety. So let me just say, don't give your power away. Don't give your power away. You do not have to be a sitting duck waiting for anybody to decide what their truth is. No, doesn't mean that you give up the unconditional love. I love a lot of people very, very deeply that I haven't spoken to in decades. And if they showed up at my front door, I'd do anything to make them comfortable, and to give them a soft place to land. That's me. But I feel like what I'm seeing here, for whoever you are watching, is you're waiting for this transformation. You're letting spirit know that you're ride or die here, despite this very difficult connection, third party situation. I would only advise you to not give away your power. This is fully your choice. This is fully your choice. Now, if you want to hear about the other person's point of view, that's what I'm going to cover in the extended. And there is a link below for that, and you can follow me over to that so you can see how this person is seeing the situation, what their intentions are going forward, how they see, think, or feel about you, right? That's what I do in the extendeds for these readings. So let me tell you who showed up. We have Capricorn in the Devil card, Aries in the Tower, Leo in the Sun. Aries, Leo, Capricorn, powerful. Virgo and Gemini in the Magician. The Emperor is Aries. Queen of Swords can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Moon is Pisces. The Star is Aquarius. We have Pisces in the High Priestess, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in the King of Cups. Sagittarius and Temperance, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and the Queen of Pentacles. The World is Aquarius and Capricorn. We've got Capricorn a few times here. Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sag. Judgment is Scorpio. Lovers is Gemini. And the Empress is Taurus and Libra. That's a card of Venus. So that's who showed up. Very intense reading, actually. But if you want to follow me to see what's going on with your divine counterpart, the link's below. I'll see you there. Otherwise, stay well, and I'll see you.